Good afternoon. Welcome. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me now? Welcome on this beautiful day here in the city of York. My name is Karen Gleba, and I am the current chairperson of Bring On Play. And I'm going to keep my remarks very brief because I know that you're not here, in particular the children are not here to see me and to listen to me talk. So I think we have more exciting things ahead of us today. Bring On Play, if you're not familiar, is an all-volunteer group of individuals and organizations throughout the city and the suburbs that were formed back in 2008. And our mission is to renovate one playground per year in the city of York with the community's support to design, fundraise, and build. And I think we've been very successful with our mission every year. So in 2008, we were formed, and I want to give you a quick history of what we've done since then, because I'm not sure that everybody's familiar with all of our parks. In 2009, we renovated Lincoln Park, and our chairperson that year was Adrian Branner. In 2010, we renovated Allen Park, which is the one up where the baseball fields are, and our chair that year was Emmy Sasala. In 2011, we did Westminster Park, which is the one right behind the Revs Stadium, and the Revs were a great help that year as well. And Joe Stein was our BOP chair for the year. And in 2012, we did Phase 1 here of Penn Park, which was the smaller playground behind me for the younger children. And Corey Strathmeyer was our chair for 2012, 13, and 14. We'll introduce her in a moment. In 2013, we snuck a different little park into our mix. We were still working on Penn Park, but the funding was held up, so we managed to get Yorktown Park finished with the help of the national organization Kaboom, who has been a wonderful supporter of Bring On Play. And they brought in, we had literally hundreds of people that day to build Yorktown Park, which is over on the west end of town, and it was a wonderful, amazing day. It was so much fun. If you haven't built a playground before, please join us this year or any other year because it really is an amazing process. So then in 2014, last year, we finished Penn Park, Phase 2. We opened up the structure for the older children, and construction began here for the Splash Park, which obviously we're here today for our grand opening. So it took us a little while to wrap it up, but here we are. So I am the chairperson for 2015 and 16, and over the next 2 years, we'll be rebuilding the 2 playgrounds over at Memorial Park. We have already selected, Bring On Play goes through a process when we renovate playgrounds. We have a design day where we pick a neighborhood school and we go in and we have the kids draw what they want. And we want them to really embrace this process, and we want them to have ownership of the park and the playground equipment. So we go into a neighborhood school and we have them draw what they want to see at their park. So this year we went into Jackson Elementary, and I see some familiar faces here. We went to the after-school program, and they drew us, we roll out the big reels of paper, and they draw what they want, and we talk to the kids, and we really listen to them, and it's a lot of fun. It's amazing. First of all, the conceptual artistry that these kids can draw about what they want and what they talk about, it's really amazing. So we had our design day in April, and then we met with our playground designer, and we came up with 3 options based on the kids' ideas. And then we had a couple opportunities where we had more kids vote on which of the 3 options they liked best. And so they have selected their option. We are moving forward with finalizing the details, and we will be building, if everything works out, the first phase of Memorial Park on September 25th of this year. So mark your calendars now. September 25th, with a rain date of the 26th, come on out to Memorial Park and help us to build a playground. So then next year, we'll go, the one we're building this year is the smaller playground that's inside Memorial Park near the softball fields. It's going to be pushed back from the parking lot a little bit behind the picnic pavilion. And then next year in 2016, we will renovate the playground out on Edgar Street, the one that's a little bit more visible to the public. And several years ago, a master plan was completed on Memorial Park, and we really want to try and incorporate some of the ideas out of that master plan, such as walking paths, possibly a nature garden, more than just a playground. So we encourage you to support Bring On Play. and come on out and help us. We have lots of fundraising opportunities. We have lots of opportunities to come out and show us what you want to have in the park. We'll be working with the kids again, and it's really, really a lot of fun to be involved with this organization. So please help us if you can. I'd now like to introduce Corey Strathmeyer, and she is the current chair of Eat, Play, Breathe York, another organization who's doing amazing things for the families and youth in our city. And she was also the past chair of BOP, as I mentioned, and she was heavily involved with the Penn Park fundraising and organization and building, and she's really the key person, and Jim Gross with the City of York, who really made this all come together, and that's the reason we're all here today. So I want to introduce Corey and thank her for all of her time and effort with Bring On Play.
I'm so excited for this day. We've worked extremely hard for the past several years. So in 2011, the York County Community Foundation shared the master plan, the Penn Park master plan with Bring On Play. And we were really excited to take on the children's play garden aspect of that particular plan. This play garden, which includes the 2 play structures and the splash pad that's in front of you, is the largest project that BOP has completed to date. So that in itself is really, really exciting. This is a signature park for the city and a signature park for Bring On Play. So the design of this particular play garden, which is what we're referring to it, is a combination of what was in the master plan, and then also, as Karen spoke about, the designs of children from both St. Patrick's Catholic School and McKinley Elementary. So those designs were meshed with the master plan, and then we tied in the history of the park, especially from the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, and the Civil War. And that's why the color scheme is the red, gray, and blue color, and also why many of the peaks look more like forts, so that it really represents some of the military history. So we could not have made this possible without a lot of volunteers and a lot of sponsors. First of all, I'd like to thank our architect, Andy Mears from JMT, and our engineer, Jeff Shue from CS Davidson. They've worked really hard with the city and Bring On Play to make this happen. Of course, I want to thank the members of Bring On Play. It is a volunteer organization, so if any of you are interested in joining our efforts, we have a lot of great things in store for the future. I'm going to recognize all of our sponsors, and so if your organization is called, would a representative come up for your certificate, please? And I know that many couldn't make it here today, so we'll just appreciate them then in person later. So our bronze sponsors, York College and the York College Student Senate. Strathmeyer Landscape Company, I can give them their certificate later. Kinsley Construction. So let's have a hand for our bronze sponsors. Our silver sponsors include the Graham Group, Beautiful York, and the York County Community Foundation. So is Lisa here? Maybe Lisa. Lisa, do you want to come up and snag that? It's a long walk. Woo! Kaboom. Doug Lamb Construction. Susquehanna Falls Scrap Foundation. And the Social Club of the Vigilant Fire Company. So thank you to our silver sponsors. We have one gold sponsor that donated over $25,000, and that's WellSpan Health. And I saw Kevin here. Could you? There's your physical activity. And we have 3 platinum sponsors. The York YMCA. And our platinum sponsors donated over $50,000. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. 50. Thank you. The York Water Company. The York Water Company donated this splash pad for this park, and it's a phenomenal gift to the city, and they will be maintaining this for us for the future. So the York Water Company, let's give them a round of applause. And then our largest sponsor was the DCNR, who donated through a grant $300,000, which was a very generous donation. So thank you to the DCNR. I would like to introduce our state representative, Kevin Shriver.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Corey. How about a very big round of applause for both Corey and Karen? These guys did awesome work, awesome job. They really deserve all of our praise. So how cool is this? Guys, you ready for this thing? Yeah. You guys ready to turn this on? Yeah. You guys ready to make a splash? Yeah. We got a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. Since 2009, 6 years, 5 parks. How super cool is that? That is a pretty phenomenal feat, each one better than the last. And on this one, we have raised to date more on this park than all of the others combined, but combined, as Corey just thanked a lot of our sponsors, we have raised from this community in contributions over $500,000 for parks throughout York City. So thank you to everyone that is here today to celebrate this accomplishment. Thank you to all of the people that have participated in BOP over the last couple years. BOP is an incredible organization. They have brought annual day of play, making sure we're a playful city. They have allowed students throughout York City to design all of these various parks that we've constructed. And we've had annual build days too, where the students, where volunteers, where neighbors and parents are all coming out to help a lot of our city crew. And a lot of the city crew is all back there wearing the brightly colored shirts. They've helped them out building a lot of our parks. But it's an important occasion today to celebrate, to turn this thing on, and let's have some fun. So I really want to thank everyone for coming out. I want to thank the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, as Corey had mentioned, with a donation of over $300,000. The state government, DCNR, has been an awesome partner throughout all of these projects throughout York City, but specifically here at Penn Park. So students, you guys ready to turn this thing on? All right, give me, on the count of 3, just give me bop. Just scream bop really loud. All right, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bop. Nice. I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Kim Bracey, and I think she's going to lead us forward and maybe getting a little splash going. All right, Mayor, go ahead. That was all impromptu.
Thank you, Kevin. Representative Shriver. Good afternoon, York.
Good afternoon.
It is good to see all of you, even with the threat of rain and the little sprinkle we had already. Today is a great day to be outside in the park, enjoying the weather and the fresh air. I am thrilled to be here in Penn Park to unveil not only a new playground, but a new playground with a water feature. The first one in the city of York in a long time, Kaboom, Bring On Play, and community volunteers upgraded this, our oldest park, and our most famous park, if you will, Penn Park, with a youth play garden, a spray garden, and splash pad, and the city's highest sliding board. How many of you have been on the sliding board? The highest one. Where's Brianna? There you are. You've been on that. It is a lot of fun happening here in the park again. We want to thank all of you who joined us today and who are here. We have other elected officials here with us, all of our community partners, our city workers who are going to help you guys keep our park clean, right? Okay? We need you to help me keep this clean, not our city guys. You guys got to do it for me, please. Thank you all for being here. And thank you, Jim Gross. We appreciate you being our director, sir, of all of this. In our York, even with our severe financial restraints, we have taken bold steps to make it easy for all kids to get a balanced and active play that they need to thrive. And little things done right can lead to big dreams realized. That's why each year our Bring On Play initiative has revamped a different city park with few city dollars. And being on the front lines of providing municipal services, we recognize that the quality of life does matter, even for our youngest residents and their families. We can't stabilize our neighborhoods and attract homeowners without amenities and green space and recreation. We can't create an atmosphere of enthusiasm and accomplishment if we don't do little things right that improve our quality of life. We know that play can transform kids from just sitting around to kids who are physically active. Play can transform kids from boredom to mentally active and being competitive. And play can transform kids from solidarity to being socially active. It is our duty, I believe this, and I think you all have seen this through our administration, that we as city leaders put our kids first and embrace play and playability and make it easy for all kids to get the play they need to thrive. So I sincerely want to thank Bob, Eat, Play, Breathe, all of our volunteers and folks that lead initiatives to bring healthy living into our community. The city only serves as a convener of collaborators and partners in the Park Revamps program. And I want to thank again all of those folks who made this playground possible. Without you, this new playground would not have become a reality. So thank you all very, very much. And I think it's time to cut the ribbon. Woo! Is that it? Did you want to thank the elected officials? I did. Okay, so we're coming over this way. It seems like I'm the only one that got the email, though, about water shoes. But I'm getting it in.
All right.